Before the first light of morning touches the sea, the humble Filipino fisherman awakens to the familiar sound of waves brushing against the wooden posts of his small home. The sky is still dark, painted with fading stars, but this is the hour he knows best, the hour where dreams and reality meet. He steps outside, the ground cool beneath his worn slippers, and looks toward the shore where his wooden boat waits, a companion through years of storms and calm tides alike. He begins his routine, walking slowly toward the water with his nets resting on his shoulder. As he moves, he hums softly, a habit formed from long, lonely mornings on the sea. The melody is gentle yet powerful, echoing across the quiet village. A few neighbors hear it and smile, they know his voice well. They've always believed he was meant for something greater, even if he never dared to believe that himself. As he pushes the boat into the water, the sky begins to brighten with the first hues of orange and pink. The sea reflects the colors like a giant canvas, and for a moment, he pauses, feeling a strange sense of change in the air. Today is not like other days. Today he isn't gathering fish, he's gathering courage. When he returns to shore later in the morning, he packs a small bag, one change of clothes, his lucky cap, and an old picture of his family. His village gathers to see him off, offering warm smiles, gentle taps on the shoulder, and quiet but heartfelt blessings. Children wave excitedly, shouting that they will watch him on TV. With hesitant steps but a heart full of hope, he boards the bus that will take him away from the sea he has always known, toward a stage he has never imagined. The journey begins. The fisherman arrives at the massive AGT arena after hours of travel, his small bag clutched tightly against his chest. The moment he steps inside, the world seems to explode with lights, noise, and movement. The hallways buzz with energy, stage crew rushing with clipboards, contestants warming up their voices, dancers stretching, magicians practicing last-minute tricks. For a man who has spent most of his life surrounded by the peaceful rhythm of ocean waves, the chaotic excitement of the arena feels overwhelming. He walks slowly, eyes wide, taking in every poster on the walls, every shining camera suspended from the ceiling. He notices people dressed in colorful costumes, wearing makeup, carrying instruments. Everyone seems confident, prepared, and polished, and he, with his simple shirt and weathered slippers, feels painfully out of place. Yet, every time doubt rises, he remembers the encouraging faces of his village and the hope in their voices as they said goodbye. Backstage, a kind assistant approaches him. She checks his name on the list, gives him a warm smile, and hands him a contestant sticker to place on his shirt. He feels a flutter in his stomach as the reality sinks in, he is really here. On America's Got Talent. A stage watched by millions. Other contestants notice his quiet, humble presence. A teenage girl with a guitar wishes him good luck. A dance group claps him on the shoulder, telling him, "You've got this, Kuya." Their kindness eases his nerves slightly, but his heart still pounds as he hears distant cheers from the audience beyond the curtain. Then comes the moment. A stage manager calls his name. "You're next. Please follow me." His palms grow sweaty. His knees tremble. But he steps forward. As he approaches the stage entrance, he catches his first glimpse of the judges, Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Sofia Vergara, and Howie Mandel, seated beneath the blinding lights. They wait, curious, unaware that the quiet fisherman standing in the shadows is about to deliver the performance of a lifetime. He takes a deep breath. The curtain rises. The stage awaits, the bright stage lights hit him as he steps forward, making the world feel unreal, almost dreamlike. For a moment, the fisherman stands completely still, staring out at the sea of faces, hundreds of audience members, cameras gliding across the air, and the world-famous judges sitting before him. His hands tremble slightly, and he grips the microphone with the same strength he uses to pull heavy fishing nets from the sea. The crowd senses his nervousness, but there is something gentle, sincere, and honest in his presence that immediately captures their attention. Simon leans forward and asks him simple questions: his name, where he's from, what he does. "I'm a fisherman," he says softly. The audience murmurs, intrigued. "And what will you be doing today?" Simon asks. "I will sing," he replies, voice barely above a whisper. The music begins. A soft instrumental fills the hall. He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and everything inside him shifts. The fears, the doubts, the years of hard work and saltwater mornings dissolve into silence. Then, the first note. It is pure, rich, and unexpectedly powerful. A voice shaped not by vocal coaches or studios, but by years of singing to the rhythm of waves. The tone is deep with emotion, filled with stories of struggle and strength. The judges immediately stop moving. The audience freezes. It is as if the entire arena inhales at once. With each line, his voice climbs higher, stronger, echoing throughout the vast space. People in the crowd stand up slowly, unable to resist the pull of his sound. Some place their hands on their hearts. Others lift their phones, wanting to capture the moment forever. Simon's eyes widen, the rare look he gives only when witnessing something extraordinary. And the fisherman, once invisible to the world, now stands at the center of a silent, spellbound arena, his voice soaring far beyond anything he ever believed he could achieve. As the fisherman finishes his final, soaring note, a wave of silence sweeps across the entire arena, the kind of silence that only follows something breathtaking. For a heartbeat, nobody moves. The fisherman stands on stage, chest rising and falling from the emotion he has poured out, his hands trembling around the microphone. He wonders if he did something wrong, if the crowd didn't like it, but then, suddenly, the room explodes. A thunderous roar rises from the audience as people leap to their feet, clapping, cheering, shouting his name with overwhelming excitement. Some fans wipe their tears, others shake their heads in disbelief. The cameras swing quickly to capture reactions, wide eyes, open mouths, stunned expressions. The fisherman looks around, overwhelmed, his vision blurring as emotion builds in his chest. Heidi is the first judge to speak. She places her hand over her heart and says, "That was one of the most angelic, powerful voices we have ever heard on this stage." Her voice wavers with sincerity. Sophia leans forward, her eyes sparkling with emotion. "You are pure magic," she says softly. "You don't even realize how special you are. Your voice touches people." Howie stands up, clapping loudly. "This is why AGT exists, to give someone like you a chance." This was incredible. Then all eyes turn to Simon Cowell. He sits completely still, his gaze fixed on the fisherman, analyzing every detail. The audience grows quiet, almost holding their breath. Simon finally removes his hand from his mouth and says, "You know, every once in a long, long time, someone walks onto this stage and reminds us what real talent is." He pauses, dramatic, emotional. That was a world-class performance. The fisherman's eyes fill with tears. He never imagined these legends of entertainment would praise him, a man who has spent a lifetime hidden behind nets and waves. Yet here he stands, receiving a standing ovation from all four judges. And the moment is only beginning, the arena is still echoing with applause when suddenly, the atmosphere changes, the lights dim slightly, the music shifts, and the judges share knowing glances. The fisherman stands on stage, confused but hopeful, wiping the tears from his eyes. The audience grows louder with excitement, sensing something extraordinary is about to happen. Then, with a single, powerful motion, Simon Cowell slams his hand down on the golden buzzer. A burst of golden light explodes from above. Confetti rains down like a shimmering waterfall, sparkling as it drifts slowly through the air. The fisherman's eyes widen in disbelief. He looks up, his mouth falling open, tears spilling down his cheeks faster than he can wipe them away. He drops to his knees, overwhelmed, clutching his chest as though trying to steady the storm of emotions inside him. The audience screams in celebration. People wave their hands in the air, chanting his name as if he were already a superstar. The judges stand and cheer, clapping with genuine admiration and joy. Backstage, contestants, crew members, and staff gather to watch the moment unfold, many of them wiping tears from their eyes as well. A golden buzzer moment is rare, but one this raw, this heartfelt, this completely unexpected, feels historic. As confetti continues to fall, Simon walks onto the stage and helps the fisherman stand. "You deserve this," he tells him. "Your voice, it's going to change your life." The fisherman tries to speak but only manages whispers of gratitude. He thinks of his small village, the children who waved at him, the family photo in his bag, and the vast sea he left behind. Never in his wildest dreams did he imagine reaching such a moment. Within minutes, cameras capture every second. Clips of his performance spread across the internet, trending around the world. People who have never met him fall in love with his humility and strength. From an unknown fisherman to an international sensation, his journey becomes a symbol of hope, proving that the most extraordinary stars can rise from the simplest places.